Si nanay po ay kilala natin sa maraming aspeto ng buhay. Pero of course, isa sa pinakamalaking bahagi ng buhay ni nanay ay ang kanyang buhay bilang servant of God. She has played a lot of roles in life, but serving the Lord has been one of her passions in life.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art! How great thou art! How great thou art! Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee, oh, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art! How great thou art! Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee.
My soul,
How great thou art!
how great thou art,
How great thou art!
how great thou art.
Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art! How great thou art! How great
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Isang karangalan ko po na sa ganitong pagkakataon ay isa ako sa nakasama na magbigay ng ilang kataga sa buhay ng ating kapatid na Zenaida Domingo na ngayon ay kaarawan niya. Si Ate Seni po, kung tawagin namin, ay nakilala ko na noong 1966, 1967 bilang Pangulo siya ng Kabataan. At siya po ay teacher ng Sunday School. Siya rin po ay matagal na naghawak ng edukasyong Kristiyana. Sa buhay ni Seni, nakita ko po yung tunay na pagiging tapat niya na naglilingkod sa Panginoon. Wala po siyang hindi ko po siya nakitang na-late sa mga gawain. Kung minsan nga po pagka walang tagatugtog, pag Miyerkules, siya pa rin po yung pianista. Si Ate Seni po ay dumating sa parting naging kababaihan na. Siya po ang aming naging Pangulo. Sa kababaihan ay talaga pong nahihiya kami kay Ate Seni. Buong busy na po siya naging busy na po siya sa mga imbitasyon sa kanya kung saan gawain. Sa kabila po ng pagiging busy niya ay hindi niya pinabayaan ang pagiging Pangulo ng kababaihan. Naramdaman po namin, pinadaman niya sa amin ang pagiging mababa niya sa kabila po ng alam natin na si Ate Seni ay isang mataas ang pinag-aralan, marunong, professor, at talaga pong kakaiba si Ate Seni. Ganun po kami nahihiyang kababaihan kay Ate Seni, pero sa kabila po ng ganun ay nakita namin ang kababaan ni Ate Seni at siya ay nakitungo sa amin na pantay-pantay. hindi niya po inisip ang kanyang kalagayan na mas mataas kesa sa amin. Yun po, doon po namin naging idolo si Ate Sally sa kabila ng lahat. Ay nakisama siya sa amin ng tunay na tapat ng Diyos. Sa akin pong buhay, si Ate Sally po ang masasabi kong nagbigay ng lakas ng loob. Siya po ang nag-push sa akin para maging pangulo naman ng kababaihan dahil po busy na siya. Naging pangulo po ako ng kababaihan at ang lahat po ng aking mga lakad na aming mga gawain sa 5 taon ay siya po yung aking kinakausap. Sa kanya po ako kumukonsulta at lagi po niyang sinasabi sa akin na kaya mo yan. Kaya po naging malakas yung loob ko sa na ginamit siya ng Panginoon para ako ay magkaroon ng lakas ng loob na gampanan ang pagiging Pangulo. Pantay-pantay po ang tingin niya sa lahat ng tao. Siya po ay naging anak ng Diyos at tunay na nakita namin ang katapatan niya. Mayroon po kami, yan po ang buhay ni Ate Sally bilang kababaihan. Mayroon po kami hinandang tula para kay Ate Sally. Nais ko pong basahin sa inyo ang isang maikling tula. Ate Sally, matapat na lingkod ng Diyos, isang huwarang Kristiyano, isang matalinong guro na ang katalinuhan ay labis nating hinangaan. Ang kanyang pagiging simpleng ina at may bahay ay walang kasing husay. May katangiang panloob na di niya man lang pinagyabang. Tahimik na namuhay, ngunit naging maingay ang kanyang pangalan dahil sa angking talino, marami ang nabiyayaan. Pagtuturo ng Sunday School at sa mga mag-aaral. Physics ang kanyang itinuro na hanggang sa TV ay ating nasaksihan. Salamat Ate Sally, isa kang nilalang, pinatnubayan ng poong may kapal, purihin ang Panginoon. Marami pong salamat.
I would like to honor the memory of my Ninang Zeni, Domingo, for a life that has been well lived and has been a very great influence sa aking buhay at sa buhay ng aking pamilya. When I go back to the years of trying to remember, I have to admit na dami-dami kong nakakalimutan. My mind forgets a million things, places, dates, names. Pero one thing I will remember is the things that matter. So I would like to share a little bit about how Ninang Zeni has been an influence to me and to the body of Christ in general, which we were a part of at one point in time in our lives. Ang intersection ng buhay namin ni Ate Seni was mainly in the course of the planning for the YMLF radio ministry, which was at that time entitled Beulaland. Ito po yung radio ministry na pinangalan sa ating home base sa YMLF, yung Beulaland sa Novaliches, yung YMLF center natin. Pero when the Ministry of Radio started, of course, there were different characters, different people involved. Pero it was Ninang Zeni who approached me. Although ang nag-open sa akin ng concern ng bagay ay walang iba kundi ang aking tatay, si Bishop George. Pero it was Ninang Zeni who sold me into the idea of being part of the radio ministry. And if you remember at the time, the radio ministry of Beulaland was fairly novel for the ministry of the YMLF Church. It was not entirely new to the ministry of radio for FEBC because they also had radio programs ongoing. But what made Beulaland stand different was the fact na meron siyang radio drama na hindi current events, kundi Bible drama siya. Parang isinadula yung aktol, mga eksena sa banal na kasulatan. So we would take Bible stories and then create a radio drama format for it. And then that would be the center part of the Beulah Land program. It was a 30-minute show airing over DZS. Sunday, nagsimula siya 6 to 6:30, and then if I remember, na-move siya 6:30 to 7. Pero yun yung pinaka-core ng Beulah Land Radio, the Bible drama. And then around it, we would build how that Bible drama connected to everyday life. Paano ba natin iniugnay yung mga aral ng kwento, ng drama sa buhay? And idea ni Ate Seni for the most part yun, when she shared that with me. I-connect yung Bible drama sa buhay natin ngayon. And this was a bit different kasi mayroong drama na current events, pero this was Bible drama, and then iniugnay niya sa kasalukuyan. So when we started that, hindi kami nag-start actually. Andyan yung sila Pastor Nemi Martin, si Kuya June Kaling, andyan of course si Kuya Eric C. Maliwat na naging eventually station manager ng DZAS. Pero we started to be part of that core team. She wrote the scripts initially. Merong radio drama group na gumagawa ng radio drama. Pero ang nangyari, we continued doing the support of the radio drama na merong, ito yung lesson natin for today, ito yung current events natin for today, ito yung connection ng stories. And what I learned from Ate Seni was that she saw further ahead. Nakita niya yung potential ng radio as a ministry. Nileverage niya opportunities at the time. DZS was more than willing to help us open yung media at the time. And what I appreciate was that she empowered us by training the next generation na at that time, kami yun, ako yun, yung part ng next generation na yun. Although may mga kasama siyang mga kamanggagawa at the time. So eventually, my wife Jack got into the picture. Kami yung nag-record ng content around the program. And eventually, she got out of the way. She let others like me make the mistakes and learn from the mistakes and soar. So Beulah, the radio ministry, was an open door that Ate Seni gave for me. Yung recordings na yon eventually led me to an opportunity to record recordings for the Tagalog version of Charles Stanley's In Touch. So, if I would just remember the memory of Ninang Seni, it would be to lead by giving clear direction, may clarity yung mga gusto niyang mangyari. Dinevelop niya yung leadership niya. In that case, me, si Eric, yung iba pa natin kasama sa radio drama, and then eventually get out of the way so we could take the ministry further. So, I would like to honor her memory because that was something that I have learned and tried to take to heart para sa ministries na pinagkatiwala sa amin. So we are thankful and blessed by the memory of Ninang Seni.
Isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Purihin po ang Panginoon sa araw na ito na ating itinalaga upang parangalan ang Ate Zeni o ang Dr. Zenaida B. Domingo. Nakilala ko po ang Ate Zeni, ang Dr. Zeni o Ninang Zeni sa Santa Mesa, Banal na Hapag. Nung ako po ay nadistino doon ng taong 1992. Siya po ay nakilala ko bilang isang leader laiko ng SBH, bilang isang matapat at mahusay na leader. Masasabi ko po na personal ang nakita ko sa kanya na kahusayan sapagkat ng panahon nga na iyon, siya po ay ang Pangulo ng Edukasyon Kristiyana at ang inyong lingkod, ang diakonesa naman po ng SBH. Dahil sa kanyang katapatan at kahusayan sa kanyang local church, ay biniyayaan siya ng Panginoon o mas lalo pang pinalawak ang kanyang ministeryo. Kaya naman po, siya po ay itinalaga sa maraming mga katungkulan, hindi lamang sa district level, hanggang sa ito po ay mapunta sa ating national level o sa tinatawag nating pangkalahatan ng mga pamunuan ng ating iglesia. At taong 1993, Siya po ay pinili ng Board of Trustees ng Yemlif Bible College at itinalaga ng ating Obispo George F. Castro bilang kauna-unahang babae at kauna-unahang leader laiko na Pangulo ng Yemlif Bible College. Purihin po ang Panginoon. At siya po ay nanungkulan sa Yemlif Bible College ng 11 taon, magmula ng 1993 hanggang sa 2004. Ano nga ba ang mga natatangi sa panahon ng kanyang paglilingkod sa Yemlif Bible College? Una po ay napalakas niya ang paaralan sa pamamagitan ng promotion at pagtaas ng bilang ng ating mga mag-aaral. Nang siya po ay maitalaga sa Yemlif Bible College o sa Bunalan, ito po ay sa panahon ng kainitan, ng issue ng IRM. At nandoon ang aking paghanga sa kanya kung paano niya ito napamunuan sa panahon ng kabuluhan o issue ng panahong iyon. Pero purihin ang Panginoon sapagkat nakita ko na ang kanyang kahusayan sa kanyang pamamahala ng panahong iyon. Ganon din po sa kanyang panahon na nabuksan ang maraming mga extension classes ng Yemlif Bible College mula sa iba't ibang distrito ng ating iglesia. Ang nag-aaral po dito ay ang mga leader laiko natin, mga kababaihan at mga kabataan, mga young adults at mga kalalakihan. At yan po ay nagbunga ng madaming mga diakonesa at mga pastor ng ating iglesia sa kasalukuyang panahon. At masasabi ko nga po na bunga niyan ang kanyang butihing asawa, ang ninong Lenny, na pumasok po sa full-time ministry bilang isang pastor. So dumami po ang bilang ng puwerpo ministerial sa pamamagitan ng ating mga extension classes. Ganon din po, ang Yemlif Bible College po ay lumawak ang kanyang ministeryo na hindi lamang sa loob ng Bunalan, kung hindi nagkaroon na po ito ng partisipasyon sa iba't ibang mga ecumenical na mga gawain. Sa panahon din po ng Ate Zeni ay napalakas nito ang scholarship grants ng paaralan. So dumami po ang mga sponsors, ang iba't ibang mga pamilya, ang mga kongregasyon na nagbukas palad upang magpaaral ng mga diakonesa at mga pastor. Ganon din po, sa huling panahon ng kanyang panunungkulang taong 2001 ay dito po ay nagkaroon ng Ate Zeni ng vision upang magkaroon ng permanenteng tanggapan, permanenteng silid-aralan ang Yemlif Bible College. At ito nga po ang pinagtibay ng Kumperensya General ng 2001 na Project Agape Building, na kung saan ngayon po ito ay tinatawag na po nating Bishop Nicolas Zamora Centenary Leadership Center o BNZ CLC. So yan po ay isa sa kanyang mga naging pamana sa iglesia at sa ating paaralan. Masasabi ko po na sa kanyang pamumuno ay nakita ko sa kanya ang integridad at kredibilidad sa kanyang pamumuno. Siya po ay isang kababaihan na may kababaang loob at nakita ko ang kanyang tuwirang pagsisikap upang maitaas ang kalidad at ang serbisyo at ang lahat ng aspeto ng paaralan ng Yemlif Bible College. Nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon sa 12 taon na kami ay nagkasama, hindi lamang sa SPH, hindi sa Yemlif Bible College, at sa maraming ministeryo na kanya pong ginampanan. Nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon sa kanyang buhay na naging matapat at naging mabuting ehemplo sa amin. At alam ko po na yung mga bagay na yan ay dala-dala namin sa aming panahon na kami din po ay patuloy pang naglilingkod sa ating Panginoon. So nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos sa isang buhay na naging matapat at makabuluhan. Ang buhay po ng Doktora Zenaida B. Domingo. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat.
Nanay was also a teacher. She was a physicist, and this segment we will remember her life as a teacher.
On a wagon bound for market, there's a calf with a mournful eye. High above him there's a swallow winging swiftly through the sky. How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through, and half the summer's night. Donna, 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 donna.
Hello. It's my honor to have the opportunity to share a few memories of my colleague, Dr. Domingo, and my good friend, Zeni. Zeni came to Kent State University, really building a collaboration between Kent State University and the University of the Philippines. She came to work in my laboratory. At the time, we were investigating something called polymer dispersed liquid crystals, and she was going to work in that area within my lab. My first memory of Zeni was coming early in the morning to the laboratory and finding her in her office reading the Bible. I was a little bit concerned because the group that was in my lab at that point in time was a little bit irreverent, and I wasn't sure how Zeni was going to fit in with the group. I needn't have worried. She came in and became an integral part of the laboratory, worked well with everybody, and in looking back, that was one of the favorite times of my career. It was just a magical group of people that came together, and Zeni was an important part of that group. And as I say, we came and we're working on polymer dispersed liquid crystals. This was liquid crystals mixed with polymers that could be used for a whole wide variety of applications. And Zeni joined the team to work exactly on that technology. And over the next year, we advanced that forward. She worked closely with not only myself, but others in the laboratory. However, what I remember most probably about Zeni was after she returned to the Philippines and reached out to me several times for me to come and visit. I'd never been to the Philippines before, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. Two things came out of those collaborations and those visits to the Philippines. One was collaborations that I built with scientists from around the world that she invited, and often I met for the first time at the University of the Philippines at some of the conferences she organized. But my most fond memories was the enjoyment Zeni took in showing me Manila and the Philippines. And I have to say, I became a devotee of the jeepney. It's just, I was just thrilled watching these just magnificent vehicles driving around Manila. And Zeni took me around the city, often riding on the jeepneys, something I never would have been able to do on my own. And she took a lot of joy in just watching as I took in the city and really just a lively, vibrant city. So it was just really exciting. So I have very fond memories of Zeni doing that. The other key issue with Zeni is I think there was a number of times where she probably knew what was good for me even before I knew what was good for me. And the best example I have of that is there was one night when I was in the Philippines, the conference was over, and she said we were going to take a couple of hour bus ride. And it would only take a few hours and that we would stay in some place she wanted to introduce me to. She would not tell me where we were going. I loaded on this bus, which was just packed, completely packed. There was no room, and it went on for more than a couple of hours. We traveled throughout the night, and by the end of this trip, I was not real happy with Zeni until the sun came up, and I found myself in this magical spot called Banaue. And that was one of the most magnificent times I've had. What a magical spot. I haven't been back since, but I would very much like to. We spent the next couple of days, we rented a jeepney that we had just to share among ourselves and traveled all over the rice paddies and areas around Banaue. It was a fantastic time. I bought some gifts that I brought back to the United States and still have in my home today as a result of that. So when I think back on Zeni, it brings just a number of smiles to my face. One is a smile about the collaboration that we built. One was her quiet confidence. One was her just interest in people and interest in science and building partnerships from around the world. I'll maintain a lot of fond memories of Zeni, and want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity to share a few of my memories with you. Thank you very much.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
Hi, ako po si Clint Laraga, dating estudyante ni Ma'am Domingo circa 1994 at miyembro ng Liquid Crystals Group sa NIP. Ang hindi ko makalimutan kay Ma'am Domingo ay yung kanyang pagiging bukas palad. Third year ako noon nang hindi ko kayang bayaran yung dorm ko sa Nara kasi tumigil na ako magtrabaho sa labas para matutukan ko yung thesis ko. Kaya napilitan din ako tumira sa Liamas Residence Hall. Doon ako sa LC Lab or sa PA Tambahay natutulog. Kala ko mapapagalitan ako noon kaya lagi ako nagtatago. Pero imbis na magalit, alam niyo, nalaman niya. Dinalan pa niya kami ni Onyo ng grocery galing sa bahay niya. O diba? Tapos lagi siyang gumagawa ng paraan para matulungan ako financially. Ni-hire niya ako student assistant sa iba-ibang project, minsan sa bahay nila. Basta may dahilan siya para hindi ako mahiyang tumanggap ng tulong. Hinulaan din niya na yayaman ako. Ma'am Domingo, kung nasan ka man, tama po kayo. Di man po ako yumaman sa pera, yumaman po ako sa pamilya. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Thank you to the members of the Liquid Crystals Lab of UP. And thank you, John West, for your messages. Indeed, your memories will always give us a lot of things to remember, from the laboratory, from the trips of Nanay, from her accomplishments. You are and will always be a part of Nanay and also our lives. Thank you for sharing us your stories.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. When will they ever learn?
Greetings from Los Baños, Laguna. I am Nectarinia Rabor Felizar, a close friend of Zeni's from way back in the mid-60s. I'm so happy I was invited by my inaanak Dewi to participate in this presentation for her birthday. My friendship with Zeni dates back to the mid-1960s when we were both very active in Girl Scouting. We met at different National Girl Scouts of the Philippines conferences and national camps, where she represented the Manila Council and I represented the province of Negros Oriental. In August of 1966, there were 3 of us who were chosen to represent the Girl Scouts of the Philippines at an international conference of Girl Scouts and Girl Guides that was held at the East-West Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, USA. I was the youngest one in that group, since they were both 18, and I turned 16 during that conference. And that day, my older sister, Ate Lali, called me up from Chicago. I started to cry buckets of tears from being homesick, and Zeni was there to comfort me. The next time she saw me in tears was when we were checking in for our flight home to Manila and were told that we had to pay for the excess baggage because of pasalubongs some kababayans whom we hardly knew asked us to take home to their relatives in Manila. We did not have enough money, and they were already announcing that our plane was boarding. The man at the JAL counter shooed the 3 teenage Girl Scouts to the boarding gate after I started to cry in helplessness over our situation. She would always tease me about my being iyakin every time we met. Maybe this was why she was always so protective of me. We continued to keep in touch by writing letters, since the internet, Messenger, Facebook, FaceTime, and Zoom were still unheard of then. Every time I would come to Manila, we would make it a point to see each other. My ate and I would sometimes go to church at Emilif just so Zeni and I could meet. When she and Lenny got married, I was there too. When she showed me their wedding pictures, which I admired, she promised that when I would get married, that would be their wedding gift to me. She never forgot this promise, even if she had to wait several years to keep it. When I got married in 1979, she brought the same photographer to Los Baños to take our wedding pictures. She had not forgotten her promise. When she gave birth to Dewi, she sealed our relationship by making me Dewi's ninang. I did my residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the UPPGH. At that time, she and Lenny already had Dewi and Donna. She told me the third one I should deliver, so she was willing to wait 3 years until after I had finished my residency training. I delivered Doris at Medical City and would make my rounds every day, traveling from Los Baños to Manila and back. I was saddened to hear that Zeni had gotten sick and was losing her memory. Her health was deteriorating. I had kept in touch with the family to check on her, but purposely stayed away and never visited. I did not want to see her in the condition she was in, and wanted to remember her as the godly, righteous, strong, beautiful inside and out, intelligent woman with a lovely singing voice, an eloquent speaker, great leader, and physics professor whom I had looked up to ever since I was a teenager. I praise and thank God for her life well lived as she shared Him and served Him. I praise and thank God for bringing her into my life the past 6 decades. I praise and thank God for the treasured and precious memories she left behind as my ate, my very protective sister in Christ, my kumare, one of my best friends forever. Have a happy birthday in heaven. We miss you here, though, until we meet again.
Unfortunately, Nanay was not able to really enjoy her 8 grandchildren. My sisters, Dewi, Doris, and I got married through the years, and we now have our own children. Ate has 3 kids, I have 4, and Doris has 1. And all they can remember about their Lola was from the stories, from the pictures, and from the videos here. Nevertheless, they fully agreed when we told them to put up a program or a special number for their Lola. And they've been working on something, even us. We haven't seen what they have done. So this is a surprise also for us here in the house. To perform the modern version of Nanay's favorite songs, let us all welcome the grandkids Joshua, Isa, Caleb, Ina, Iya, Sophie, Ila, and Saya.
River wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I
surprised it's the dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, go! Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the tree and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
You are the one who makes me happy when everything else turns to gray. Yours is the voice that wakes me mornings and sends me out into the day. You are the crowd that sits quiet, listening to me and all the mad sense I make. You are one of the few things worth remembering, and since it's all true, how could anyone mean more to me than you? Sorry if sometimes I look past you. There's no one beyond your eyes. Inside my
Thank you, story live from Taytay Rizal. Let's all hear from Cesar Domingo, Zenny's brother-in-law.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Salamat at kasama namin kayo dito sa isang pagdiriwang sa buhay ng ating Manang Zenny. At ako talaga yung surprise dito sa mga pangyayari dito. Ay, iyak din ako eh. And hearing yung mga testimonyo ng mga kaibigan ni Manang Zenny ay actually yun na-validate lang actually yung aking mga experiences kay Manang Zenny. Ako po yung narito, hindi ko yung nakakala na I will do justice, no? In trying to describe who Manang Zeni is. She's actually more than a sister-in-law because her sister is my wife. Hindi ko alam kung paano ng relationship ang tawag doon, no? So, but anyway, talagang ako hindi ko talaga alam kung paano siya i-describe. Kaya I just picked a verse of Bible which I'm sure all of you are familiar with. Nawala pa. Dito po sa sa Proverbs, chapter 31. Let me just read it. And sa Proverbs 31, I just read yung verse 2 and then the last two verses. Sabi nga rito sa Proverbs 31, a truly good wife is the most precious treasure a man can find. Her husband depends on her, and she never lets him down. She is good to him every day of her life, and with her own hands, she gladly makes clothes. The most precious treasure sa buhay ng isang asawa ang isang wife, and really si Manang Zeni ay I think ito yung siguro the epitome of a real parang ideal housewife. Para sa akin, tatlo lang bagay ang nais kong amin kay Manang Zeni. Maganda siya, matalino, at isang tunay na Kristiyano. Una ko nakita si Manang Zeni nung ako elementary pa. Biglang meron isang magandang dalagit na pumasok sa kwarto namin, sa klase namin, at magsasalita. Si Manang Zeni tumatakbo as girl mayor ng Manila. Ang ganda ng babae. Pero sumunta na sa akin kasi elementary pa lang ako, alam ko high school siya. Hindi ko alam na kasama pala na Jebeli pala siya sa Santa Mesa. Kasi itong pamilya na ito, puro talent, masyadong very talented sila, no? At kaya lang, makita lang namin sila pagka yung asawa ko, tsaka siya, pumupunta lang doon sa simbahan pagka Christmas Sunday School presentation. At sila yung makahakot lahat ng premyo. Pero minsan-minsan lang magpunta. But, si Manang Zeni ay from that time, talagang hindi ko siya makakalimutan nga. Kasi I was really surprised na hanga-hanga ako sa kanya na yung babae, tumatakbo as girl mayor. Parang yung kasing, nung araw, wala na nga sa Manila niyan no? So, yun lang ang aking at I don't think makapagdadagdag pa ako sapagkat pagka nagdagdag ako pa hindi na ako matapos dito. So let me just read a few mga testimonials ng mga kapatid natin sa Santa Mesa na nakahalubin yan. Kasi mga pinadala lang nila ito at gusto ko lamang basahin ang ilan. Sabi nung isang, sabi ni Benz, salamat Ate Zeni sa mabiyayang halimbawa ng iyong buhay, paglilingkod sa ating Panginoon Diyos. Isa kang inspirasyon sa aming mga mananampalataya. I'm grateful na isa po ako sa mga na-handle nyo sa Sunday School. You will always remain in our hearts. Meron namang isa, si Fe, ito ang kanyang describe kay Manang Zeni. May ninang, may mentor, may inspiration. I thank God for your life na ginamit niya ako, ginamit ka niya kung ano ako ngayon sa aking paglilingkod. Miss you, I will see you again, I know, I love you. Kaya nga, hindi lang yung kanyang mga malapit na pamilya, membro ng pamilya siya, ang influensya niya, talagang napakalawak ito. At lalo na sa mga kapatiran sa Santa Mesa, malaking-malaki ang kanyang nag-iimpluwensya. Kaya nga, ang buhay ni Manang Zeni ay talagang inspirasyon at isang modelo. Kaya sabi nga rito sa huling bahagi nitong Proverbs 31, charm can be deceiving and beauty fades away. But a woman who honors the Lord deserves to be praised. Show her respect. Praise her in public for what she has done. Manang Zeni, mahal ka namin. Na-miss ka namin talaga sapagkat maaga kang nagkaroon ng karamdaman. Pero alam naman namin, magkikita ulit tayo. Thank you po at salamat at binigyan niyo ako ng pagkakataon na makapagsalita. Salamat.
Good afternoon. Ako po ang bunsong kapatid ni Zeni. Kung meron mga akong idol sa buhay, yan ay yung aking kapatid. Bagamat first name basis kami, ganun kami sa aming pamilya. Ang paghanga ko sa kanya ay hindi matatawaran sapagkat sa tingin ko, nasa kanya na lahat ang hinahanap ng babae man o lalaki. Kaya nga ay beauty and brains. Subalit higit pa yan, ang kanyang ugali, napakabait, maalalahanin at tunay kung magmahal. Ako ba yung bunso? Pinakita niya sa akin yung kanyang pag-aalaga. Actually, sila ni Pastor Lenny ang nagpaaral sa akin. Elementary pa lang ako. Lahat ng... Kasi wala akong hiling aral. Pero siya yung nag-e-excel sa academics. Hindi na academics, pati extracurricular activities. Lahat sinalihan niya. Kaya nga dumating doon sa point, sinasabi ni Cesar na maski tumakbo siya na Girl Mayor of Manila during the Boys and Girls Week. Nung araw kasi, may time yan na yung private and public schools, merong Boys and Girls Week. At sila ay nangangampanya kung sino ang magiging Mayor of Manila. So that time, I think that was 1966. Siya yung tumakbo na Girl Mayor of Manila. At siya ay nanalo sa kalaban niya mga taga-private schools, mga lalaki at babae yung galing ng ibang mga schools. So makikita niyo talaga kung gaano siya kahusay. No? Yung talento talagang binigay sa kanya, talagang hindi lang sa loob ng classroom, pati sa labas. Hanggang high school, kaya siya naging representative ng Philippines sa Girl Scouts. Dahil sa kanyang magiging aktibo at lahat ng ginagawa niya talagang wholehearted niya ginagawa. Hindi pareho ko na talagang umaasa ako sa kanya eh. Siya yung lahat ng kailangan ko, essay, research, lahat, elementary pa lang. High school, pag sinabing, you're the sister of Zeni Melonia. Yes, ma'am. Siyempre, gagawin ko, papanggapan ko na rin na magaling ako. So, kaya, kung sikat si sister, lahat yung inaanak ko. Pati ako naging sikat, sa Burgos, tsaka sa Mapa High School. Hindi lang sa high school at elementary hanggang college, siya pa rin yung umaalalay sa akin sa aking mga needs, no? Mga requirements ko. Kailangan ko musambit ng research, ng mga si sister ang magawa para sa akin. Kasi wala talaga akong hilig hanggang sa hindi lang yan, hanggang naging tagapagtanggol ko yan hanggang college na ako. Kala ko matatapos sa high school. Hindi, nung college ako, marami sa atin ang nakapagtapos sa UP, di ba? Ako lang yata yung suspend ng klase sa arts and sciences. Ako yun, kasi medyo notorious ako nun sa pag-aaral. Noong time na yun, merong isang actually nagtatrabaho na ako ng isang professor na binigyan ako ng pasado sa class card. Pero sa transcript bagsak. Ito kailangan ko ng transcript na ito kasi nagtatrabaho na ako. So kailangan prerequisite itong subject na to sa higher subjects. Yung higher subjects nyo, naipasa ko na. So pinaglalaban namin yun para makukuha yung ibang subjects na yun kung hindi ko naipasa itong prerequisite na to. So noong time na yun, nagtatrabaho na ako nasa Bacolod ako noon, nasa Lasal Taft Elementary School. Coach ako ng volleyball team noon. That time, meron kaming inter-school volleyball tournament. So, hindi ako makakapunta dun sa hearing, kumbaga, sinuspend ang classes para lang dun sa aking case. So, si sister ang tumayong tagapagtanggol ko. Siya yung nakipaglaban para sa akin. In short, naayos yun hanggang sa nakakuha akong transcript. So, imagine niyo na kung gaano makapala transcript ko. Although hindi required yun, nung ako yung nagtatrabaho. Kasi nung nagtatrabaho ko, nandun pa rin si sister na yung kanyang mga ginawa, napaka memorable sa akin, yung mga kanyang kagalingan, kanyang pag-exchange sa lahat ng bagay. Nung mag-apply ako ng trabaho, alam ko noon, bumabagyo doon. Bumabagyo, may bagyo, may baha sa Taft. Sinunod ko ang Taft, yung mga school sa Taft, the Philippine Women's University, yung Lasal Taft, Philippine Christian College. Hanggang sa, maski bumabag yun, nandun yung principal ng Lasal. Lasal University niya yata siya that time. Alam niyo, pag nag-apply kayo ng trabaho, di ba, ano yan, may exam yan. Tapos interview, maraming exam yan. Pero nung time na yun, nung malaman ng principal, sabi sa akin, ni-interview na ako noon. Sabi niya sa akin, you're the sister of Jenny Belonia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Di, yung time na yun, tanggap na ako. Pwede na ako magtrabaho the following day kung gusto ko. No? Ganun ka epektibo yung talagang pinagpagura ng aking sister. So maski hindi ako yung magaling, iniisip nila, magaling ako dahil kapatid siya. So, kaya lang siya ay na-diagnose na may Alzheimer. Lahat kami ay nalungkot. No? Lubhan na lang ikinulungkot ng pamilya. Pagkat yung utak na gamit ay hindi mo iisipin na mabubulok gaya nung nangyari kay sister. Kung kailan pa naman kailangan siya ng kanyang pamilya. sa paghubog sa pagpapalaki sa kanyang anak at sa kanyang mga apo. Matagal din namin pinalangin ang kalagayan ni Zenny at kami ay nanghihinayan sa kanyang kabataan. Ngunit, mas isipin natin para bang unfair. Diba? Pero, alam ko hindi din na ng kanyang isipan, no? Sapagkat sa kanya ang hawak ng kanyang, may hawak na rin ng buhay at ating Panginoon. Ang lahat na kanilang mga tinatamasa ay lalo na ng kanyang pamilya. Ito sa kanya ay bigay ng ating Panginoon. Wala naman si sister, pero hindi ko malilimutan yung kanyang mga pangaral sa akin. Lalo na yung mga ehemplo ng kanyang buhay. Maraming salamat. Sis, actually tawag sa kanya ni. Salamat ni. At alam ko magkikita tayo muli. I love you.
Thank you, Auntie and Uncle, for the stories. Salamat po sa mga nakakatawang mga memories na binigay niyo tungkol kay Nanay. I'm sure nanonood din po yung isa niyang kapatid, Uncle Oching. Hello, and miss ka po namin. At yung pong mga ibang in-laws ni Nanay, mga ibang kaibigan kamag-anak. Thank you for joining us. And kung meron kayong message again, please feel free to type in the chat box. Now we move to Zenny's immediate family. Zenny's a mother to 3 beautiful daughters. Just guess who is the most beautiful of them all. Let's watch a video of Nanay and her family through the years.
You are the one who makes me happy when everything else turns to gray. Yours is the voice that wakes me mornings and sends me out into the day. You are the crowd that sits quiet, listening to me and all the mad sense I make. You are one of the few things worth remembering, and since it's all true, how could anyone mean more to me than you? Sorry if sometimes I look past you. There's no one beyond your
to share with us more stories about Nanay. The following kids will deliver their messages. So, makakarinig po tayo ng mensahe at mga papukwento mula kay Ninoy, Marco, Dewi, Donna, Doris. Unfortunately po, yung isa pong son-in-law, si Sherwin, ay hindi na po niya na personally na-meet si Nanay. So, siya po ay excused for today to share a message. But nonetheless, we hope you can be inspired by all the messages from all the children and the sons-in-law of Nanay. Ninoy?
Sa gabi ito, as we celebrate the life of Nanay Zeni, nais ko pong magkwento na tatlong bagay. Nakilala ko si Nanay Zeni bilang isang babaeng magaling at mahusay. Bago pa kami kinasal ni Dewi noon, malapit na po ang aming mga pamilya. Na habang nung nag-aaral ako dati sa Los Baños, I'm having this challenge in academics. Guess what subject? What's that? Physics. And I think I took my physics course twice ata ako. And nung nakilala ko si Dewi during that time, and I found out that she was the best physics teacher any school can ever have. So, it started off as a tutorial, and we laughed. After that, passed physics 13 with flying colors. So, Nanay Zeni was really the best physics teacher I had. She sought knowledge, being as an academic. We've seen a lot of accolades accorded to her. Ngunit, hindi lamang sa pagkuha ng kaalaman ang dyan magaling ang nanay. Mapagmalasakit din siya sa lahat ng kanyang mga tinuturuan, sa kanyang mga estudyante, sa kanyang mga anak at mga manugang. Mapagmalasakit siya dahil nakita ko sa kanya na kahit naabot mo na ang pinakamataas na kaalaman, hindi ito nananatili sa kanya. Ibinabahagi niya ito sa kanyang mga estudyante, hindi lamang sa 4 na sulok ng classroom. Lumabas pa siya, nagkaroon siya ng first ever online stream on physics. And it was streamed to all physics teachers all over the country. Diyan natin makikita ang malasakit ni Nanay Zeni sa kanyang mga kasama, sa kanyang ginagalawang mundo. At huli, isang napakagandang alaala sa nanay ay siya'y naging tapat hanggang sa kanyang huling salita. Naging tapat siya sa Diyos na kanyang pinaglilingkuran. Naging tapat siya sa Iglesia. Naging tapat siya sa kanyang tungkulin bilang guro. At una-una, at naging blessing ito sa ating lahat. So, sa ating pag-aalala sa kanyang buhay, nais ko lang po na ipabatid sa inyo na ang kanyang buhay ay napaka-ningning sa ating mga alaala. At naging biyaya ito sa aking buhay at sa marami. May her memory be a blessing.
Thank you, Noy. Alam niyo po kami ni Ate Dewi, my older sister and I think our age gap is just 1.5 years. So when we were growing up, when we were getting ready to get married, even our husbands now they became close friends. Madalas pong nagkikita si Marco at si Ninoy sa bahay at pwede ko bang sabihin na nagiging romantic? So after hearing Ninoy, let us hear the message and the story of my husband Marco.
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Ako po ay si Marco Lagdame, yung asawa ni Donna Domingo. Ako po ang pinakamatanda na son-in-law at pinakamatanda sa mga anak niya. Pero hindi na mahalata, di ba? Anyway, nakilala ko si nanay noong 1996. Katatapos ko palang kumuha nung bar examination noon. Nagkataon na isang gabi nung pumunta ako doon para bisitahin si Donna, nandun din si Ninoy, bumibisita naman kay Dewi. Si Ninoy nga pala yung asawa ni Dewi. So, naisip ko, hindi na kasya yung parking ko, yung kotse ko. Tulak ko kaya yung kotse ni Ninoy. Ang katuwaan lang, di tinulak ko. Actually, yung kotse ko, ang tumulak sa kotse niya, bumper kiss. Gulat ko, konting bumper kiss lang, biglang gumalaw yung kotse niya. Kinabahan ako. So, baba ako. Pilit kong pigilan yung kotse niya hanggang pati ako nasuot sa ilalim. Buti hindi ako nasaktan. Pero, na-UP yung bakod ng kapitbahay kasi gawa lang yun sa tubo, GI wire. Ako, ito na. Nung kinuwento ko kay Ninoy, natawa pa si Ninoy, tol. Hindi naman naka-handbrake yung sira, nakakambyo lang. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam. Pagkaraan ng mga isang oras pa, dumating pa yung UP Diliman Police. Nagtatanong sino daw nagmamaneho, ano nangyari. Di, mas kinatapos ako mag-abogasya nun, kinabahan ako. Grabe. Anyway, nung buti na lang, narinig ni nanay. Sabay labas si nanay. Sabi niya, ako si Profesora Domingo ng UP Physics. Wala kayong dadalhin sa presinto at wala kayong magiging problema dito. Ako na magpapagawa niyan. Gulat yung pulis na sindak, kamot ng ulo, sabay alis. Sabi ko na lang ang tapang pala ng nanay ni Donna. Ano kaya mangyari sa amin kung magkatuluyan kami? Pero anyway, doon ko na nakita gaano ka fiercely protective si nanay. Ibang klase talaga, lalo na pagdating sa mga miyembro ng pamilya niya. May isa pa akong naalala na insidente. Si Isa kasi, bata pa lang iyakin na. Hanggang ngayon, ganun pa din. So, nung bago siya mag 1-year-old, nagkaroon siya ng, hindi ko lang kung flu. Hindi na siya makakain, iyak ng iyak. So, napagpasyahan namin ni Donna na dali na natin sa medical city. Doon pa sa lumang medical city. So, si nanay wala pang sakit noon. So, punta rin sila ni tatay doon. Si Isa walang tigil kakaiyak. Kinabahan tuloy yung nurse. Hindi maisuot-suot yung needle para doon sa swero niya. Sumablay pa ng maraming beses. Naku, ito na si nanay. Napagalitan siya nung nasermo na. Pati tuloy ako natakot Lumabas na lang ako ng ER. Mga klase. But kidding aside, kitang-kita kung paano si nanay mag-alaga sa kanyang pamilya. Swerte ako at nagkaroon pa ako ng kaunting sandali na makilala siya at makasama siya nung unang mga taon nung pagsasama namin ni Donna. Salamat po. Nabigyan ako ng pagkakataon. Nanay, kung saan man kayo naroroon, sana masaya kayo. At magkikita din tayo. Pakiusap lang po, wag lang muna sana agad-agad. Bata pa po kami, bata pa mga bata. Kaya magkikita rin po tayo. Sana sa maraming panahon pa. Paalam po at mahal po kayo namin.
Thank you, Ninoy, and thank you, Marco. Totoo na mapalad kayo at na kasama niyo pa siya at nakita niyo kung gaano siya katapang. Kaya whining, ganyan din po ang mga anak ni Giselle. Now, let's move to the Tres Marias. You all know that there are 3 girls in our family. Dewi, Donna, and Doris. Well, Dewi and I, Ate Dewi and I, were almost only 2 years apart. Doris came after 9 years. As you heard in the video earlier, probably it was because Nani was waiting for Tita Necta to finish her degree. But really, Doris came, I think I was already in 3rd grade. So to give us her message and her story, let us all welcome, again, live here in the house, from the house, in Taytay, Doris.
Hello, good evening po. So si Doris, the youngest, the pretty, and usually, marami pa akong sasabihin about nanay. Pero in the short amount of time na I have, I decided to just make a poem about her. So I entitled the poem I Miss You Nay. Today we honor and remember you. On your birthday, this we decided to do. I will not cry, I promise to try. So first thing I'll say is I miss you, Nay. I miss how you always fixed my hair and made sure my hanky was folded square. Awkward dresses you made me wear. Thank goodness when I became teen, you already stopped there. Our pride dates in grade 1, I'll always remember. Lasagna and a movie we would share together. Every Friday after school, I can't quite ponder how my excitement never ceased over and over. Lunches in grade school was quite the exercise. The walk to your office, oh how I used to despise. The lineup at Kasaa was always horrible. Never thought that place would be this memorable. You brought me along with you so many times. Your office in Beulah and DCAS at times. When I was a bit older, our side trip was Visayas, the location where your TV shooting was. I can vividly recall shopping with you at this old mall for your sponsored clothing too. It didn't matter how unpleasant the place was, as long as we're together, oh what a great time it was. At home you would teach us so many things. Sorry. Washing dishes, doing laundry, even if it stains. Unknowingly, you gave us a sense of responsibility that you knew we needed when we have our own family. As I grew up, I always felt your guidance. You were strict, yes, but always with assurance that everything you did was not for nuisance, but rather for me and my future a better chance. You knew my friends, yes, you knew them well. You loved them like your own, this I can tell. You let me grow with them, and somewhere along the way, I didn't realize I was spending less time with you every day. But you let me grow up and let me know myself, never judging or hating when I make mistakes. You didn't like not knowing what time I would be home, but still you were always there when I was sad and alone. Family comes first is what we saw in you. You had so much in your hands, and yet we always knew that you were your priority in everything you do. And never ever did you break our hearts in two. Last piece. You always taught us the importance of faith. You were also the one who guided us to pray. And because of this, we have become saved. Thank you, Nai. Our way to a Christian life, you paved. My older years, I didn't have you anymore. As your illness stole from us, the mom we adore. But still through this, you were teaching us a lesson. That life isn't without fighting and pain, but always for a reason. How I wish you have known Sherwin and Siren. The loves of my life who give joy and glory. Even though you're not here with us physically, your memory lives on and they know you. I love you, Nai, and how I wish you could have seen. How we tried our best and how we have failed. Everything you taught us from start to finish, the person we are now, you helped us accomplish. I wish we had more time left, but for anything and everything, thank you. You will forever be in our hearts. You will forever be our nanay, and that will never change. I love you, Nai.
Palakpakan naman natin si Doris. A lot of surprises. I strongly remember when we were young, Doris really had this great talent of writing poems. Lagi yung maraming stationery tapos sinusulat niya yung poems niya. And she surprised us tonight. Thank you, Doris. If Doris had the talent of writing poems, Nanay helped me in reciting poems. A lot of people always tease us and say that among us three, I am the one who is never shy. But the truth is, Nanay trained me. She trained me well. I remember when I was in grade 2 or 3 in UPIS, there were laging merong may contest, declamation contest. Filipino, English, at natatandaan ko, 5 o'clock in the morning, in our house in Bulacan, Nanay would make me practice reciting the poem over and over and over. Wala pa pong araw, I would be here, and then siya sa kabilang dulo ng garden sa Bulacan. Ipapa-recite niya sa akin yung poem 10, 20 times. With voice modulation, with actions, hanggat hindi siya satisfied doon sa performance ko, hindi ko siya titigil. And pag panahon na po ng contest, when it's time to compete, I would always get in the middle of the stage and look for her. I wouldn't start my poem until I see her. Si Nanay po, kung maalala nyo, ganyan siya. Ganyan siya. Tapos, gano'n na siya. When her eyes are closed, it means you're actually doing a good job. But when she opens her eyes, may mali kang ginawa. Either you were too fast, or I did not modulate the voice well, or something. So, but the nod itself gave me a lot of confidence. So, during those times, she taught me early on that in life, there is no such thing as shortcuts. You have to really put energy into it. You have to practice and practice more. And you have to always give your best in everything that you do. Of course, when I was young, I didn't think of it that way. When I was young, I always disliked it because it was a waste of time. Really, I felt para akong weird na nagtumutulak sa gitna at 5 in the morning, pero wala namang audience. But little did I know that she was already teaching me and preparing me to a life where I would often talk. I would often be in front of a lot of people. She also taught me 2 secrets to make sure that you are successful in stage. First is to pray. So every time I hold a workshop, virtually or physically, whether it's around 10 people or 200 people, I would need to run to the toilet. Because when I was a little girl, in school, the only place where you can actually hide and pray was in the toilet. So up to now, I would have my bathroom routine before any event. And there I would really ask God to help me remember everything, to remember the actions, the practice, etc. And up to now, I have that. Even if it's for work, for church, for family, or even if I do stuff that are hard to do, I just run to the toilet and pray. Nanay taught us that disappointments and heartaches are part of life. Kasi syempre sa contest, hindi ka naman laging nananalo. But I remember, she would always tell me, okay, you can cry. Cry for a day. But that's the only time that you can cry. After one day of crying, you have to get up and fight it out and find ways to do better next time. There's this one poem na alala ko pa hanggang ngayon. How the little kite learned how to fly. I never can do it, the little kite said, as he looked at the others fly over his head. Yun lang po nalala. But I think just to wrap the message up, it's always normal to say that it's hard. It's normal to have disappointments. But what Nanay taught me was how to be strong, how to be disciplined, and how to always give it my best. In time, everything that you prayed for, just like what her life testimony was, ibibigay. You just need to wait. And you need to fervently wait and pray. So that's my little story, my short story for this afternoon. Time to hear the story of our eldest sister. Ate Dewi, your turn.
Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Hindi po ako tutula. Sa aming tatlo ngayon ko lang na-discover, ako lang hindi marunong tumula. Magaling silang dalawa. But I still want to give my stories about Nanay. Actually, as most of you know, Nanay has been sick for a long time already. So when I was forced, hindi naman, I volunteered din to make a testimony, kwento about her. I was really having a hard time. recalling specific memories with her. But while we were preparing sa mga videos na sinend, sa mga pictures, doon ko rin na-realize na si Tia nag-prepared me very well to where I am today, to who I am today. Una po, she prepared me to be a good doctor. Sinanay ko stayed in UP, first because I know she really loved teaching. But I think isa pang reason kaya siya nag-stay sa UP is for us girls to have the best education. She tried to work, I think, sa private sector. May time na nag-work siya sa private sector pero hindi niya kinaya. Ayaw niya ng 8 to 5 job, ayaw niya ng may oras. So, all of us went to UPIS, were able to enter UPIS because Nanay was a faculty of it. And we were the lucky ones who did not pay any tuition when we were in college. When I entered college, ang course ko syempre, physics. Pero sorry talaga, hindi ko talaga kinaya. Sobrang hirap. And hindi ako naman nakinanay. Wala akong patience sa physics, hindi ko talaga siya naiintindihan. Hindi nga po ako nakakilala na anak ni Zenaida Domingo nung nasa physics ako dahil nakakahiya ang grades. Pasado naman, pero 3, exacto. Nakakahiya. Tapos sabi ni nanay, syempre gusto ko maging doctor na tayo. So sabi ko, dapat bio or psych ang isi-shift kong course. Pero sabi niya, hindi dito kasi LBB. Maganda to bago. Nakinig naman ako. Sobrang hirap. Pero maganda na pangalan, di ba? LBB, wow. Pero natapos din ako. With a lot of encouragement from nanay. Diyan na rin si nanay mag-pet ko, mag-encourage. Sa amin tatlo, alam niyo naman yata na ako pinakaiyakin. Dahil siguro panganay ako. Spoiled, masyado kong dependent. Hindi ako katulad ni Dora. Very independent. Si Doris, gano'n din. Ako hindi. Dependent ako. So, I really look forward to yung mga talks namin with her sa kanya na ini-encourage na ako sa mga times na marami kong times na gusto mag-quit. Anyway, nakapasok po ako sa UP College of Medicine. Again, with the help, dahil faculty si nanay na nila. And ako, I'm one of the fortunate ones na nakatapos ng medicine na ang tuition fee ay less than 100 pesos. Saan pa kayo makakita? Dahil anak ako ng nanay ko. And there were a lot of times na gusto ko nang mag-quit ng meds ko. Dahil ang hirap pala niya. Gusto ko na mag-asawa doon. Kasi pwede na actually. Pero sabi ni nanay, kung gusto mo mag-doktor, tapusin mo. So, balik ako. Gusto ko na ayoko na mag-enroll. Pinabalik niya, balik ako. Hanggang natapos po ako. Nakatapos naman ako. And also after yung graduate ako, may asawa na ako. So, mag-training ako. Parang there was a time, there came a point in my time na ayoko na mag-practice ng medicine. I was so frustrated, and I was starting a family already. So, noong una, pinabayaan na ako, naghahanap na kayo ng trabaho. Actually, pumasok na ako na ipawork, hindi related sa medicine. But after ilang months, kinausap niya ako, it's time, balik ka na. Practice ka na ulit. Yun naman yung gusto mo, di ba? Balik ako ulit. Hanggang ngayon, nagpa-practice pa rin ako ng medicine. And doon ko nakita sa kanya yung perseverance na, yun na, she finishes what she started. Ganun siya katsaga. Nag-PhD siya na kaming tatlo na anak niya, tinapos pa rin niya, and look where it got. And little did I know na lahat yun, kaya ako naging doktor, yung sa yung talagang pangarap ko mula bata pa, it really prepared me. Trained me, gave me the knowledge, the training, the connections that I needed when it was my time to take care of her. So, nung nagkasakit siya, hindi ako masyadong nahirapan kasi parang alam ko yung gagawin ko, kanino ko siya i-refer, pag ganito yung nangyari. So, siguro it gave me the confidence. si nanay po prepared me to be a good wife and mother. Siyempre, through her example, nakita ko how a wife should be to a husband. Si nanay po is very submissive sa bahay. Sa labas, ano siya di ba? Natalino, parang very professional, nakakatakot minsan. As a teacher yan, nakakatakot yun. Pero sa bahay, she was ulirang asawa at ina. Okay? Siya nagmamanage ng buong household. She would prepare tatay's clothes every day. Saan naman nakakita ng gano'n. Nagluluto siya, nagbe-bake, tinuruan niya kami magluto, lalo na ng liempo. And mag-bake ng chiffon cake. Yan, favorite namin yung gawin. Siya nagmamanage ng finances, lahat siya. Chores, yan, isa pang hindi ko nagustuhan. Pero yun pala kailangan. Maghugas ng pinggan, maglinis ng bahay, maglinis ng kwarto. Mas magaling si Donna dyan sa akin. Ako hindi masyad, natuto naman ako. So, pati sa paghanap ko ng God's will, may kinalaman si nanay. Nagkakilala kami niya because of her connections and positions sa simbahan. And hindi natin uliratin ng love story. Hindi ko na siguro magawa kay nanay yung matsagahin namin magturo sa amin. Sa amin ni Donna, na-develop niya sa amin yung good selfie habits. Ay, hindi ko magawa sa mga anak. Sorry, Nay. Wala akong patience talaga. Hindi ako teacher. Lagi ko sinasabi sa mga anak ko, kung nandyan ang lola niyo, lago talaga kayo. Mag-aaral kayo hanggang walang TV, walang computer, mag-aaral kayo. Pero syempre, sana nandito ka talaga. Masarap siya kausap and she gives very good advices. Di ako and from what I saw in her, and from what she taught me, di ako natakot that it was my time to get married and have children because she prepared me for the children. She prepared me to be a faithful Christian. As you all know po, we all grew up in a Christian family. Si nanay at si tatay na nagpunta sa simbahan. So, ang routine namin talaga, every Sunday, maaga, magbibihis kami ng Sunday's dress. Kaya pa kami doon na lang kami. Pupunta kami simbahan, Sunday school, hanggang sa lumaki kami, sasali kami ng choir. Si nanay was a very good singer. Ang galing niya alto. Sobrang galing niya alto. And kay ato ko, lagi ako napag sa kanya. Kasi galing niya kumanta. And magaling siya mag-narrate. Siya ang forever narrator ng SBH. Sa bahay ko, parang sinabi nito na she would read us Bible stories. And actually, si nanay ko was the one who witnessed to us and guided us in prayer when to accept Jesus as our personal Savior. I think 7 years old yata kami. Isa-isa kami na. But nung nagkukwentuhan kami, lahat sa amin ginawa na she guided us in prayer to accept God as our Savior. So, gano'n din po ako nung lumalaki, naging active din ako sa simbahan, sa mga home choir, sa evangelism, meron ng evangelism explosion, nagsali rin ako, naging officer din kami na rin. So, nagkaroon kami ng time na nag-devotion kami sa bahay every week, family devotion, and yun po ang tinatry ko na i-continue to pass on to my children, to my family. For them to know, love, and serve God faithfully. Thank you, Nanay, for everything that you taught me and showed me. Thank you for your life. I will love you always. I pray that I can continue what you started and pass it on to my children. Thank you.
Napakarami pong stories, nakakaiyak, nakakatawa. But it's such a wonderful feeling to remember Nanay in so many different forms and through different stories. I recall yung sinabi po ni ate na may chores, sabi ni Doris, ginawa niya kami specialists. Si ate, tinuruan niya magluto, tinuruan niya ako maglinis, tinuruan niya si Doris maglaba. So, evenly distributed ang chores sa bahay. However, when we got married, my house was very clean, but we didn't have food to eat. That was the downside of it. But nevertheless, meron namang take out. So Marco and I survived in getting take out food during our first year. It's time now to listen to the Word of God. A memorial service will not be complete if we don't hear the message from God, and to lead us in celebrating the Word of God, let us all welcome the General Superintendent of Yemilif Church, Bishop Noel M. Abio.
Ang talataan ng ating pagkabatayan ng mensahe sa pagkakataon na ito ay nakasulat sa Esther pangkat na 4, talatang 14. Kapag ipinagwalang bahala mo ang pangyayaring ito, tiyak na may magliligtas din sa mga Hudyo. Ngunit malilipol ka at ang iyong angkan. Anong malay mo? Baka nga napunta ka riyan para maging kasangkapan sa ganitong pagkakataon. Ang Diyos ang magbabasbas sa ating mga buhay sa mga bahagi ng banal na kasulatan na sa mga sandaling ito ay ating pagbubulay-bulayan. Sa pasimula ay nais ko pong magpaabot ng pasasalamat sa ating minamahal na Pastor Lenny sa maagang pagkapadala sa akin ng paanyaya. At ito ay isang malaking karangalan sa inyong lingkod na maging bahagi ng napakahalagang gawain ng pag-aalaala at paggunita sa mahalagang buhay at paglilingkod ng Dr. Zeni. Nakita ko po sa programa na mayroon ng mga nakatakda na magkakaloob ng tribute kay Ate Zeni sa iba't ibang aspeto ng kanyang buhay, ng kanyang pagtatrabaho, at ng kanyang paglilingkod. Kaya't sa pagkakataon na ito ay nais ko pong mag-focus sa pagbabahagi ng salita ng Diyos at ng aking maigsing karanasan na makasama ang Dr. Sen. Ang ating tema ng paggunita ay Celebrating a Life Well Lived, a memorial service for Zeni. Ang paksa naman po ngayon sa pagkakataon na ito na pinili ko ay Dr. Zeni's legacy for such a time as this, na hinango ko po sa Esther chapter 4 verses 14. May isang kasabihan, the leadership you live is the legacy you will live. Ang pamumuno na iyong ginampanan ay ang pamana na iyong iiwanan. Ang ating minamahal na kapatid, Dr. Zenaida B. Domingo, ay masasabi kong key player in God's plan for Yemilif. Dahil sa mahalagang ministeryo na kanyang ginampanan sa ating iglesia. Sa mensahe na aking ipinagkaloob sa panahon ng pagdiriwang ng ika-70 kaarawan ng Ate Zeni noong pong January 26, 2018, sa kanilang tahanan, ibinahagi ko ang mensahe na may paksa na Zeni, a woman of wisdom and hope. Hayaan po ninyo na aking i-quote ang sinabi ko noon. Sa panahon na ang ating iglesia ay higit na nangangailangan ng mangunguna sa Yemilit Bible College, si Ate Zeni o ang Dr. Zeni ang ipinagkaloob ng Diyos sa kabila ng maraming ordinadong manggagawa sa ating iglesia. Ang karunungan ng Dr. Zeni ay naging pagpapala hindi lamang sa IBC o Yemilit Bible College, kundi maging sa Association of Theological Education in Southeast Asia or ATIZEA. Maliban sa Dr. Zeni, wala pong ibang manggagawa sa ating iglesia na nagkamit ng kakayahan upang maging bahagi ng ATIZEA. Ang Dr. Zeni ay binanggit ko rin na naglingkod sa IBC bilang Pangulo simula noong 1993 hanggang 2004. Bago niya ipinasa ang pagkapangulo ng IBC kay Pastor Jimmy Pante, siya at ang kanyang mga kasama, ang Pastor Jimmy Pante, ang Pastor Bern Mabalay, ang Diakonessa Grace Bringula, at ang kapatid na Sharon Nabor, ay bumuo ng isang proyekto na tinatawag na IBC Project Agape. Ang Pastor Lenny Domingo, na noon ay Pangulo ng IBC Alumni Association, ang naging unang chairman ng Project Agape. Ngayon, pinakikinabangan ng ating iglesia at ng IBC ang malaking gusali na ipinangalan natin sa pundador ng Yemilit, ang Bishop Nicolas Villegas Zamora o BNZ-CLC, Bishop Nicolas Centennial Leadership Center. Hindi kalilimutan ng ating iglesia ang mahalagang legacy ng Dr. Zeni sa ating IBC. Dahil ito ang nagbigay ng pag-asa sa IBC upang magpatuloy sa kabila ng maraming hamon at pagsubok. Sa loob po ng isang dekada at isang taon na pamumuno sa IBC, ang kanyang mga mag-aaral na ngayon ay kasalukuyang ginagamit sa mahalaga at matataas na ministeryo sa Yemilit ay nagpapatuloy sa kaniyang legacy. Ang kanyang pamumuna sa ating paaralang bibliko sa panahon ng matinding krisis sa ating iglesia noong 1990s ay siyang nagbangon sa IBC upang ito ay matagumpay na makapag-produce ng mga manggagawang pastor at diakonesa para sa ating iglesia at sa kapurihan ng ating Diyos. Sa kanya ring panahon ay niloob ng Panginoon na makapagtayo tayo ng maraming Yemilit Learning Center na marami dito ngayon ay matatagumpay na paaralan. Nagkaroon po ako ng pagkakataon na maagang masulyapan at mabiyayaan ng mahalagang paglilingkod ng Ate Zeni. Noong pong 1983, ako ay tinawag ng Panginoon na pumasok sa ating pong Instituto Ministerial at isa ako sa mag-aaral na kanyang tinuruan sa ating pong tinatawag na hymnology o pag-aaral ng mga awit sa seminaryo. Noong 1992, nang dumating ang malaking suliranin sa iglesia, ang Yemilit Bible College ay muntik ng mabura sa kasaysayan. Subalit pinili ng Diyos ang Ate Zeni na tumayo na manguna bilang Pangulo ng IBC. Nagkapalat po ako na inyong lingkod na makasama sa kanyang pagkapasimula na kinuha niya ako bilang dekano ng mga mag-aaral or Dean of Student Affairs sa loob ng halos 4 na taon. Nagpapasalamat ako kay Dr. Zeni sa pagbibigay niya sa akin ng pagkakataon na makapaglingkod at higit sa lahat na makita ko ang kanyang mabiyayang pangunguna, ang pagmamahal sa iglesia at ang malalim na pagmamahal sa ating Panginoon. Similarly, sa panahon na ang bayang Israel ay nasa panganib na mabura sa kasaysayan ng daigdig, ang Diyos ay pumili ng isang tao na kanyang kakasangkapanin upang maging instrumento sa pagliligtas. At siya po ay walang iba kundi si Esther, na isang kababaihan. Yun pong talatang binasa ko kanina sa verse 14, ang salin sa Ingles ay ganito: For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you had come to your royal position for such a time as this. Ang summary message ng Esther 4:14 ay masasabi ko sa 3 mahalagang pangunahing bagay. Una, God's people are about to be destroyed. Dahil sa masamang impluensya ni Haman sa hari ng Persia, nagawa po niyang papirmahan ang isang royal decree na nagtatakda sa pagpatay sa lahat ng Hudyo sa Persia. Ikalawa, ito ay mayroong mensahe na God's instrument is discovered. Subalit sa invisible hand na Diyos na maaninag sa aklat ng Esther, bagamat wala pong banggit ng Diyos sa nasabing aklat, kinasangkapan ng Panginoon si Mordecai o Mordecai na pinsan ni Esther upang maging reyna ng Persia. Ang sabi po ni Mordecai ay, who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Ang ikatlong mensahe ay God's sovereignty is displayed. Ang soberenya ng Diyos, ang masamang balak ni Haman na laban sa mga Hudyo ay bumalik sa kanya. Si Esther na naging reyna at si Mordecai ay kanyang naging second in command. Iniligtas ng Panginoong Diyos ang kanyang bayan sa malaking panganib. Muli, ang ating bansa ay nasa panganib ng matinding krisis. For such a time as this, ang legacy ni Esther na sundin ang kalooban ng Diyos sa ikaliligtas ng kanyang mga kababayan ay isang napakalaking hamon sa ating kasalukuyang panahon. Muli rin ang ating iglesia at maging ang ating IBC ay dumaranas rin ng mabibigat na hamon sanhi ng pandemya. For such a time as this, ang legacy ng Dr. Zeni na tumugon sa tawag ng Diyos upang pangunahan ang ating paaralan ay isang hamon upang ang kanyang buong sambahayan at angkan ay pagpatuloy ang sinimulang misyon sa ating paaralan at sa ating iglesia. Sa Kawikaan, pangkat na 10, talatang 7, ay ganito ang sinasabi: ang alaala ng matuwid ay mananatili kailanman. Sumainyo ang masaganang pagpapala at patuloy na pag-iingat ng ating Panginoon. God bless you.
Continue to the last speaker. I would like to read some of the messages posted in Facebook. Galing po kay kapatid na Cora Cruz, Zeni, the super intelligent, humble, God-loving woman I know. You raised 3 beautiful, inspiring daughters. May her legacy live on. Boy Jimenez, miss you all, Domingos, Castros, Domingos, and Gan, sending our love here in Davao. Hi, Boy, Genji, we miss you too. From Auntie Aleli, Dewi, Donna, Doris, the 3 of you are living witnesses of the strength, commitment, and deep faith of your nanay. You will, no doubt, give the same to your children. Sabi po ni, sino na yun? Galing po kay Dennis Galisa, galing sa Santa Mesa, Yemilif. I'm forever grateful and thankful to know Ate Zeni Domingo and her family. Naging inspirasyon po sa amin, especially sa aming pag-aaral. Salamat po, Ate Zeni, at kayo po ang ginamit ng ating Panginoon sa pagpapakilala at pagtanggap ng aking asawa sa ating Panginoon bilang sarili niyang Lord and Savior. You will be forever missed. Dami pong mga hindi namin alam na epekto pa rin ng nanay. Thank you for sharing those. From Mel Bizon, Ate's childhood friend since UPIS. May God continue to bless your family and the soul of Tita. She always has a strict face, yes, and when we would come to get you from the physics pub, but once she smiles, you can feel her warmth. Thank you for sharing this, and thank you for being with us through this memorial service. And now, last but not least, pakinggan po natin ang sasabihin ko sana may bahay, hindi pala. Pakinggan po natin ang asawa ni Zeni, ang aming pong tatay, si Pastor Lenny Domingo.
Good evening po sa inyo lahat. I hope kasama pa rin namin kayo hanggang ngayon. Ako nga pala po si Lenny. Si Zeni po ay birthday niya ngayon, 73 years old na siya. Ako naman ay 76 na sa dating na March. Sa aming pagsasama ni Zeni ay biniyayaan kami ng Panginoon ng 3 magaganda at mababait na mga babae. Biniyayaan din kami ng Panginoon ng 3 mababait na mga maluwa. Ngayon po ay meron na kaming 8 apo. Sa 8 apo na yan ay 2 ang magaganda ang mga puging lalaki, 6 naman ang mga magagandang mga babae. Sa ngayon, sa biyaya po ng Panginoon, ang aming mga anak ay settled na, may kanya-kanyang pamilya, sa mabuting kalagayan, at meron mga kanya-kanyang kabayan. Ang pagsasama namin ni Zeni ay naranasan namin ang biyaya at pagkabay, Panginoon ng ating Panginoon. Sa kabuuan, masasabi kong ang aming pagsasama ni Zeni ay masaya. Naranasan namin yung joy na nagmumula sa Panginoon. Maliwanag sa aming dalawa ang aming priorities. Una, aming relationship sa Diyos. Pangalawa, sa aming pamilya. Si Zeni po ay mapanalangin. Ang aming panalangin noon ay papalaki namin ang aming mga anak ng naayon sa kanyang kalooban, makatapos sila sa kanyang pag-aaral, at magkaroon din ng isang matatag na pamilya. Ito mga kapatid, mga kaibigan ay tinugon ng Diyos. Si Zeni ay ginamit din upang ako ay pumasok sa ministry. Hindi naman niya sinabi sa akin na diretso na gusto niya akong magpastor. Pero sa ginagawa niyang paglilingkod, ginagawa niyang encouragement sa akin, alam ko, yun ang desire ng kanyang puso. At ipinapalangin ko sa Diyos. Ito rin, mga kapatid ko, mga kaibigan ay tinugon ng Diyos. At ako ay patuloy nagpapasalamat sa Panginoon sapagkat hanggang ngayon, ginagamit ako ng Panginoon sa ministeryo na pinagkatiwala niya sa akin. Si Zeni ay pinagkalooban ng Panginoon ng isang mataas na antas ng katawan. Yung nag-aaral yan ay elementary, high school. Alam ko, kilala siya sa eskwelahan. Yung Zenaida B niya ay kilala dahil sa isang masipag na mag-aaral at involved siya sa maraming activities. Yung college po yan ay full scholar yan ng MSD noon. Kaya lang, yung niligawan ko siya ay bagay last year na niya yun, nawala yung kanyang scholarship. Yung karunungan pinagkaloob sa kanya ng Panginoon ay ginamit niya ng may katapatan. Una sa paglilingkod sa Diyos. Pangalawa sa pagtataguyod ng aming pamilya. Ang karunungan ito ay naglagay sa kanya sa isang mataas na uri ng paglilingkod. Pero alam niyo mga kaibigan, mga kapatid, yung karunungan na ito ay maagantiwan ng Panginoon sa kanya. Taong 2002 yun, ng isang gabi ay isang araw ay bisa ng medyo ginamit siya ng pag-uwi. Ang labas niya sa UP ay 5 o'clock. Normally, 5-10 minutes nasa bahay na siya. Ay nasa loob ng pag-uwi. Pero nung araw na yun, ay ginamit siya ng uwi. Alas 6 siya, wala ako siya. At yun bakit siya mga past 10 na. At nang doon siya sa bahay, ay bakas mo sa kanyang mukha yung pagkabalisa, pag-alala, pagkatakot. Kung sabi ko sa kanya, wala kang hindi ka. Sabi niya sa akin, sabi niya ay, alam mo, hindi ko alam kung paano ko umuwi. Ang tagal kong paikot-ikot sa Memorial Circle, Quezon State Memorial Circle, pero buti lang, natutunan ko rin, nakauwi ako. Doon ako nagpasimula yung karamdaman ni Zeni. Hindi ko alam kung bakit sa maagang edad na ko ay pinanong Panginoon yung kanyang karunungan. Pero isang bagay na titiyak ko, na ito ay bahagi ng plano ng Diyos sa buhay ni Zeni at sa buhay na aming pamilya. Minsan ay hindi natin talaga maunawaan ang mga nangyayari sa ating buhay. Sapagkat tulad na sinasabi sa Isaiah 5:8-9, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways are your ways. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, my thoughts than your thoughts. Ang kalagayan ni mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, ay nagdala sa akin upang lalo akong magtiwala sa Diyos. Makawakan sa kanyang mga pangako. Na dumaan ang kami sa anong pagsubok ay alam kong hindi kami pababayaan. At ito ay makapagtatagpuan namin sa kanyang biyaya at sa patuloy na pagkakataon ng Espiritu sa aming mga kapatid. Ang sabi po sa Proverbs 19:14, houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Ako at aking buong sambahayan ay patuloy na magpapasalamat sa Diyos sa buhay ni Sen. Si Senny ay isang ulirang asawa, ulirang nada sa aking mga anak. Kaloob siya ng Diyos sa akin at sa aming buong sambahayan upang maging papapala hindi lang sa aming buong sambahayan, kundi lalo higit sa iglesia na aming pinaglingkuran. Sinabi ko ang lahat ng papuri sa aking panahon. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Bago po ako matapos sa mga kaibigan na kapatid, nais kong pasalamatan kayo lahat. Kayo na kasama namin dito at sa lahat ng mga kapatid namin, mga kaibigan na kasama namin na nanonood sa live streaming na to. Sa mga lahat na nagpadala ng mga videos, ng mga messages, ng mga trato, sa aming mga apo na ginawa ang lahat ng mga kaya upang may pagkakasama ang mga videos, mga ulitin, maging sa setup na to. Sa ating minamahal na Bispo, ang Bishop Nolatio, sa aming mga anak, Davis, Donas, Doris, maging sa aming mga manugang, si Ninoy, si Marco, si Sherry. Tanggapin niyo ang aming taus-pusong pasasalamat sa inyo at kasama namin kayo. Bahagi namin kayo sa pag-aalala sa buhay ni Sen. At nais namin ding ipaabot sa inyo, pagdama sa inyo yung nararamdaman namin joy ngayon sapagkat kasama namin kayo. Purihin ang Panginoon. Marami pong salamat sa inyo lahat.
Hinihiling ko na tayo po ay tumuloy lahat at tayo ay manalangin.
Pwede i-akit to. Ayan. Alright.
Tayo po ay yumuko at tayo manalangin. Aming Diyos at aming Ama, kami po ay lumalapit sa iyo ngayon na punong-puno ng kagalakan na aming magpuso, Panginoon. At tunay na nagpapasalamat kami sa iyo sapagkat binigay mo si Manang Senny sa amin upang madama namin ang kanyang pag-ibig. Maranasan namin ang kanyang pagkalinga at pagmamahal sa bawat sa amin, sa kanyang guidance na at pagiging modelo at inspirasyon namin sa aming mga buhay para kabilang naman, Panginoon, ay makalakad ng tapat at naglilingkod sa iyo tulad ng ginawa niya, Panginoon. Sana ang aming mga pagpasalamat na ito at pagpupuri sa iyo ay may dahil sa buhay ni Manang Senny na binigay mo para sa amin, ay pasuklian naman namin ito ng isang uri ng buhay na tapat sa iyo at naglilingkod. Sana rin naman ay kung paano ang pag-ibig ni Manang Senny ay naipadama sa amin. Sana ang pag-ibig na ito ay mananatili pa rin dito sa bawat sa amin, sa buong pamilya ni Manang Senny, sa lahat sa amin dito at sa lahat ng aming mga kapatid, Panginoon. Sana ay magpatuloy ang ganitong
pag-ibig na alam namin na ito'y naman ay galing sa iyo. Wala kaming hindi namin alam, Panginoon, kung paano ka namin talaga pasasalamatan sapagkat napakalaki talaga ng iyong inihandog sa amin sa pamagitan ng buhay ng Manasen. Dangat nga lang at sa maikli lamang na panahon siya amin nakasama, subalit ang maikling panahon na ito ay tunay na punong-puno ng mga blessings para sa bawat isa sa amin, lalong-lalo na sa kanyang mga anak, sa kanyang asawa, sa kanyang mga manugang, at maging sa kanyang mga apo. Kaya nga, Panginoon, sa aming pagtatapos ng pag-celebrate namin ang buhay ng Manasen, ay tanggapin mo ang aming pinakamataas na pagpupuli sa iyo at pasalamat. Pagkat ito ay dinadalangin namin sa aming Panginoon at tagapagligtas na si Jesus. Amen.
Panginoon, sa amin itong pagtatapos, ikaw ang magkawad sa amin na iyong masaganang biyaya sa bagay sa amin, nakasama namin dito, at sa lahat ng mga kasama namin na nanonood, na live streaming, sa aming pag-aalala. Iseni at sa patuloy na pagpupuli at pasama sa Italian pangalan. Tagapin ninyo ang dinagmamaliw na pag-ibig ng ating Diyos Ama, ang pagliligtas ng ating Panginoon Kristo, at ang patuloy na pagtitisan ng diwang banal mula ngayon at magpakailan-kailan pa man. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. And give you peace. And give you peace. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. And be gracious.